Okay, Atlas Tutorial 101, just navigating through Atlas. In this video, I would just do the different menus, but I won't explain them because each menu or button or feature will have their own training video. So I will try to highlight twice what I'm clicking on so that you can see what button or tab that I'm touching. So let's go in Atlas and see how it's highlighted. So I'll do that twice so people can see what I'm selecting. Alright, so to your right, the little arrow there, bring that out, and you've got your little menu here, your Atlas menu. Let's look at castles, which is that one there. There's two tabs at top. You see that we have 3 castles: Icy Hot, Earth Crystal, and Ice City. Ice City is listed twice because that's just highlighting that Ice City is our capital. And you can navigate that way. You can touch Icy Hot, Earth Crystal. It will move you to wherever. Before I go back home, let me talk about the bookmark tab up here. So these are all the castles that someone in the team bookmarked. And the first castle is Allegheny. That's Glory Hole, where we go glory hunting, and I'll talk about that in a different video. Let's see, it takes me to Allegheny. You see it's red. Okay, so alright, so you notice that I got out of there. Like, I can go pick a castle, back to Icy Hot, but let's just say that I was at Allegheny. Now, because Atlas took me to Allegheny, that doesn't mean my prim is at Allegheny. It's just the viewing portion. We're just viewing Allegheny at this point. So if we want to go back home, you see the little circle with the home button right here, this one? It's not highlighting, but anyways, if I touch that, it's gonna go home. And then there's another circle at the bottom. That's one of my prims. So if we touch that one, it's gonna take us to that particular prim. Let's go home. So I don't have any prims in my home castle. I set my home at Earth Crystal. And notice the bubble of the prim moved to the bottom right. It's just moving around in the screen so that we can touch on it. So let's touch on him. Boom. So that means that prim is here at Ice City, and my home is at Earth Crystal. So we can kind of navigate that way. And when I say navigating, we're just navigating the screen, the view. So let's see how many, this menu right here, bottom left. Again, this is how many prims that you have. 3.5 million to unlock. You get 3 slots. I can't even hold, my account can't even hold 3.5 million gold to open that slot. But if you do have 2 prims, you can navigate between 2 different prims. And I'll do a video for that separately, because you can have 3 prims out at 3 different locations, and then you can navigate between each of them, and that's a totally different video, but just FYI. Okay, so right here, this button here, so I'm trying to highlight it so that you can see what I'm talking about. This is your Atlas event menu. This is the most important button in the whole game, seriously. So let's go there. The reason why I say this, successful players, if you are focused on Atlas, you will grow well in the game. And take a look at this. This is, they have right now, currently what's going on is train your Primarchs and Riders, and they're so easy. And you get all these points. Let's see, let's go to points, achievements. So you get all, look at all these bonuses. Look at all these prizes you get just by doing Atlas stuff. So the first one, 360, let's see what it says. So you've got all these different shards that you can use, crafting scrolls, and those are used to help train your troops and stuff. And then you've got your timer, 10 1-hour speed ups. And as you go down the line, like my last one that I claimed, now keep in mind this is my level 40 something account. 1-hour speed up. 1 hour, 12 of the 1-hour speed ups. So you 13 1-hour speed ups. Let's see what the bottom one says. 49 1-hour speed ups. So you can collect these prizes just by doing the Atlas events, so that when Fort event comes around, you have plenty of timers that you don't have to, you know, buy a pack for. This here talks about it gives you a review of all your quests, your Atlas quests, and see, you even probably have something to claim that you didn't realize. Let me claim that. Go. I don't really use this menu much except to claim stuff. Because there's just too much going on. So I just kind of go here weekly. I look at the weekly a lot. Train troops. So you notice that's train troops. That's what is going on. But then you can revive troops. It's kind of like a combination of what you have to do for the event anyways. But let's see here. Oh, okay. So once you do all your points, these are prizes. These are Atlas prizes, and once you get good with Atlas and glory hunting and stuff, you get you can earn stuff and you can claim these. These are what they call elite gears. This is offensive, defensive, and your prims. Now that one is going to be another video as well, but just letting you know that if you can focus on this, you'll be have a strong account. Okay, let's see. I think that's all I want to do for this video. I don't want it to be too long. Oh, you see the top right corner here? No, not right. Top left corner. There's a prim in there. And what that means is that just means that you are basically working with that prim. Let's just say that I have 3 prims out, and whatever prim is highlighted in this little circle here, that means that's the prim I'm working with. So let's just say that I have another one. Let's see what kind of prims. Oh, training troops. If you want to look at that's training troops. We'll do a video for that. Prims, let's go to view tech. These are all your prims that are available. I have fighter. Once I level up to 5, I think, it unlocks the other ones. And then you have your sieger is going to be the main, one of the ones that you will focus most. At least that's what they focus in diamond. Not so much so as destroyer. And then you have your taunters and your trappers. And you notice they're different colors. So let's pretend that I have a sieger. Currently I don't, but I'm not big enough to unlock that second box. But let's just say we have a sieger out. It'll have, oh, if you have a prim out, it will show up on this block. If my prim gets killed, this block will be empty, this block right here, where my fighter is. So if you have your prims out, they'll be listed in here, they'll be showcased in here. But if they're dead, it will be just empty, and then you have to resummon them, which costs timers, etc. But let's just say I have the second slot with my, was it the sieger, that screen? Yeah, the sieger in here. So I have 2 prims out, and then the top left corner here shows my blue prim, which means I'm working with this particular prim. So here's a gold mine that you can mine for gold. So let's go there, and I can attack. But I'm going to cancel this. But let's just say, because keep in mind that your navigation screen, what you're viewing, is not the same as what you are working with. What I mean by that is, for instance, so we're here with my blue fighter, right? And I want to do gold mine, but let's pretend my green sieger is in my top left corner here. That means I'm actually working with my green sieger. Is it sieger? Sieger. Ugh, tongue twisting. Stop. So if my green sieger is in this little circle here, that means I'm actually with my green sieger. Stop that. And then I'm actually moved around or somehow navigated to my fighter here, and then I'm trying to attack. It will say you have to be in the same area to do that attack. All that means is you just need to select your prim that you want to work with, and then you just, let's say my green one's here. I'll just select, touch this button here, touch my prim here, and it will put my fighter prim in that circle to let me know, to let the game know that I want to work with that prim, and then I do my attacks. Alright guys, sorry, tried not to make that long, but that's the basics of just some of the menus. I didn't even get to half of it, but I'll do more later. Don't want it to be too long.